Jack, a hard-working taxi driver in London, was used to picking up all sorts of passengers during his late-night shifts. From chatty tourists to grumpy businessmen, he'd seen it all, or so he thought. It was a chilly Friday night and Jack was exhausted, eager to finish his last ride and head home. As he navigated the dimly lit streets, his taxi app pinged. A passenger was waiting in a dark alleyway just outside the city center. With a sigh, Jack pulled into the alley, the yellow beams of his taxi slicing through the darkness. He glanced around but saw nothing. Weird, he muttered. Just as he was about to drive off, the back door creaked open, and a heavy figure slipped inside. "Thanks for stopping," a deep voice said. Jack's blood ran cold. That voice, it was smooth, almost too calm. He adjusted the rearview mirror, and his heart nearly stopped. Sitting in the back seat, casually buckling the seatbelt, was a massive brown bear. Excuse me?" Jack stammered, gripping the steering wheel. "Yeah, I know," the bear said with a sigh. "It's not every day you see a talking bear, right?" The bear's voice was low but articulate, as if he'd been speaking English his whole life. Jack blinked rapidly, wondering if he had fallen asleep at the wheel. "Am I dreaming? Did someone spike my coffee?" The bear chuckled. "Nope, you're wide awake. The name's Barney. And before you freak out, I just need a ride. No funny business." Jack swallowed hard. Against every instinct screaming at him to bolt, he asked, where to?" "East End." "Got some unfinished business," Barney said cryptically. Jack pulled out of the alley, his hands trembling slightly. "So, how does a bear end up needing a taxi in the middle of London?" Barney leaned back against the seat. "Long story. Let's just say, I didn't always used to be a bear." Jack's curiosity spiked. "Wait, what?" "It's a curse," Barney said, his tone heavy. "I used to be human. But I crossed the wrong people who dabble in things better left alone. Now, I'm stuck like this until I can fix it." Jack's logical brain was on the verge of meltdown. "So, you're cursed. By who?" "A woman named Cassandra," Barney growled. "She runs a secret underground group. Messed with the wrong relic, and here I am." He clenched his furry paws. "I'm close to finding a way to break it. But I need to get to a place called the Silver Paw. Ever heard of it?" Jack frowned. "Silver Paw. Sounds like a pub." "It is," Barney confirmed. "But not your average bar. It's a front for people who aren't exactly normal." Jack's heart pounded as he navigated through the winding streets. "And what happens if you don't break the curse?" Barney's jaw tightened. "I stay a bear. Forever." As they drove, Jack couldn't shake the feeling that he was being followed. In his rearview mirror, a sleek black car shadowed their every turn. "Barney? I think we're being tailed." Barney turned his head slightly, his eyes narrowing. "Damn. Cassandra's goons. Step on it, Jack." Without a second thought, Jack slammed his foot on the accelerator. The taxi lurched forward, tires screeching against the asphalt. The black car gave chase, weaving through traffic like a predator hunting its prey. "Why are they after you?" Jack asked, adrenaline coursing through his veins. "Because if I break the curse, I can stop them," Barney growled. "And they don't want that." Jack's nerves were shot as they barreled through a red light, narrowly avoiding a collision. "How do we lose them?" "Head for the Thames," Barney instructed. "There's a tunnel they can't follow us through." With his pulse hammering, Jack swerved onto a side street leading toward the river. The black car was closing in fast. Just as they reached the tunnel entrance, Barney reached over and flicked a switch on the dashboard, cutting the taxi's lights. In the shadowy tunnel, they disappeared from sight. Emerging on the other side, Jack took a deep breath. "Did we lose them?" "For now," Barney said. "But they'll be back. They finally reached the Silver Paw, an unassuming brick building with a flickering neon paw sign above the door. Jack parked the taxi and exhaled sharply. "You sure you want to do this?" Jack asked. Barney nodded. "I don't have a choice." "Thanks for the ride, Jack. You should probably forget you ever saw me." Jack hesitated. "Yeah, like that's gonna happen." As Barney lumbered toward the entrance, Jack's gut told him this was far from over. Something about this talking bear, the curse, and the shadowy figures chasing them felt bigger than he could imagine. Jack shook his head, trying to process everything as he watched Barney disappear inside the bar. Just as he was about to drive away, his phone buzzed with another ride request, but this time, something felt different. A chill ran down his spine. Before he could decide, the door to the Silver Paw swung open again. Barney stumbled out, panting. "Jack, you're not done yet. They found us. We need to go, now." Without hesitation, Jack unlocked the door. "Get in." Barney dove into the back seat as the black car from earlier came screeching around the corner. Jack floored the gas, tires screaming as they sped away. "What's the plan, Barney?" Jack asked, pulse pounding. "We find Cassandra," Barney said grimly. "And we end this." Jack knew his ordinary night had turned into something extraordinary. And deep down, he realized he was already too involved to walk away. Whatever came next, he was in it for the long haul.